when we are with kids, sometimes we use harsh words, harsh language with kids, and we think they are already adults and they will understand what we are saying because we are somehow dealing with our set of emotions. And then we tell them, you shouldn't have done this or you shouldn't have done that. And what is your take on that? The voice that we use with our kids.
Yes, the language we use with our kids is incredibly important, and even tap on that. It's also more than just language. When we speak, the nonverbal cues that we're giving are so much stronger. We know already that nonverbal language takes up 80% of our communication, and the actual words are only holding 20%. So the energy that comes out, the tone of voice. I have my youngest, he's like a radar. He can smell your anger by just a tiny decibel of sound. But, I think that what we still hear in the language a lot that I think parents don't realize the impact is the use of shame. And I learned about this through the most amazing human being. I absolutely love this author and speaker and researcher. If you have not heard of Brené Brown, you are missing out on something phenomenal. I have read every single one of her books, and she's life-altering. For me, anyways, she was life-altering. So Brené Brown, this is one of the recent ones. It's called Atlas of the Heart. And in this book, she's basically giving us the appropriate language, the right words for each emotion, the nuances of emotion. So is humiliation, embarrassment, and are they the same? Is envy and jealousy? What's the difference? She breaks this down based on her research. So it's an incredible way to be able to get more nuanced in our emotional language. But going back to shame in her research has been proven to be the least effective way to change behavior.
Okay.
So when we say to our child, I can't believe you did this. You are such a terrible student. You should have, with the expectation
that he's going to improve,
that something is going to change. The moment of slashing him is somehow going to wake him up to make a change because it was so harsh.
But that doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. Yeah. And if it does happen, it's temporary. It's out of fear.
It's out of fear.
It's out of fear. It's not out of his self-love and his desire to be better. It's because he doesn't want to hear that again.
Yeah.
So, I'm a parent of teen boys. They have been playing sports almost all their lives.
I'm sure somewhere we are making this mistake, all the parents.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
We're all guilty of these things. And even if we don't do it all the time, we've had our moments. But again, we're giving ourselves grace. Now, especially in sports and with boys and with teen boys, where they look like they're big and they can handle these conversations. They look like men. And so maybe I can talk to him like he's a man. So I've seen it more than once where a coach is shaming, a player in front of his entire team. Mm-hmm. And shame, the difference between saying something to somebody and going, that behavior that you did could have been improved this way versus you are like this. So removing the behavior from the identity is the critical component for kids and for adults for that matter. This is about this is not just for kids. This is in corporate cultures. When we treat our employees as if, shaming them is going to change behavior, it's not. Empathy is actually the antidote to shame.
Yeah, absolutely.
Giving people the opportunity to be vulnerable and say, you know what, I'm struggling in this space. I don't feel like I'm really strong in this area. Can you help me? Mm-hmm. So that's where people are able to then make positive change and have real impact and feel like there is permission to be.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a wonderful thought and very profound. In fact, being not mindful about it, we all making this mistake of shaming our kids.
Yeah. Don't shame yourself about it though.